scared because I was like, look here, I'm gonna have to come to work. Y'all, we all gonna have COVID in this bitch. Switching the positions for Hey y'all, what's up? It's Tika T again, and I'm back with another video finally after being sick. If you read the title, yes, I had COVID twice. Deuce. Whew, it's a long story, y'all. I can finally talk again because my voice was gone. Shoot. But maybe, I guess I had it twice, I'm assuming that I got a false negative and was positive the whole time still, but the girl went back twice, 2 negatives, so we good. Okay, so the story on me having COVID 2 times starts last year in December. Yes, right before Christmas, I went to a Christmas party. And a couple days later, I found out someone was positive at the party. And I was like, what? Yeah, so everybody, we all went and got tested. And, everybody came back negative except for like another person. But I was negative. Okay? So that Wednesday I went to work. Excuse that. That Wednesday I went to work. And, I was feeling kind of sick. Like, my head was hurting. Well, my head had been hurt for a minute. But, like, my head was hurting. Then, like, my throat just started hurting at work. I was just burning up hot. Like, I didn't know what was going on. I was like, I don't feel good. Stayed at work, though. Next day, went to work. Was still feeling like crap. So, I brought in the new year that weekend feeling like crap. So, I was like, my sister wanted me to go over there with her boyfriend, spend New Year's over there. Me and my daughter going. And I was like, I'm be honest with you, my throat hurts. And I don't feel good. And I don't want to spread whatever. If I have something, I don't want to spread it. Just, a fair thing. So I just stayed home on New Year's. Watched me a little Mount Zion church, Pastor Bishop Walker. Yep. So that's how I brought my New Year in. But that Monday, which was January the 3rd, I had went to urgent care. I made an appointment. I was like, I'm not feeling good. Let me go ahead and get tested for strep throat because my throat was like killing me. And then my voice, is gone. I don't know what was happening. So get to urgent care. And I was telling I wasn't feeling good. I had COVID symptoms, but I tested negative for COVID. So they were like, okay, well, we're going to test you for it again. Then we're going to give you a strep throat test. Okay, cool. So they tested me for COVID first. I hate the process. I'm like, why do you have to keep digging from my brain? I don't understand that. Can I just give you a booger and, do something with that? But, so I gave them that. Just waiting. I'm like, okay, it's going to be negative or whatever. Just going to get this strep throat test. So I'm going to be positive for that. So he comes back in there. Well, in the room, he's like, yeah, so you tested positive for COVID. I'm like, I did what now? And he was like, yeah, tested positive for COVID. When did your symptoms first start? And he was asking many questions. I'm just zoned out. Like, this can't be happening to me. This cannot be happening. No, I cannot test positive for COVID. I went 2 years without catching this shit. How did I catch it now? I was doing so good. How did I get it now? So I was just in shock. Like, I was thinking like, oh my gosh, this reminded me of the time when I found out I was pregnant, and I was just in shock. So he was telling me stuff and it was going on one ear after the other. I'm like, I have no idea when my symptoms started. I don't know. Like, I'm everywhere right now at this point. So he was like, just quarantine at home for 5 days, which is perfectly fine. And he was like, don't get tested again because you're going to test back positive. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, well, I have to test, negative. I can't go back to work without testing, negative. So he told me, get some Mucinex DM. Went to the store and got that. That kind of helped, but not really. So got home and I was like, oh my gosh, I have COVID. I can't go anywhere. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. So I was kind of scared because I was like, oh my gosh, what if my child gets it? Like, I don't want her to be sick. Thank God she never caught it. Both times I had it, I've been getting her tested. Ever since I got tested, she gets tested too. And she came back negative. Thank God for that. But yeah, that day I was calling everybody. I'm like, oh my gosh, whoever been around at work, like, hey, go get tested because I just came back positive. Ain't no telling how long I had it. I brought it into the new year, so could have had it, back in December. So my job, they do 10 days, which I was like, whoo, 2 weeks off, cool, say less. But that first week I was going through it. Excuse that. That was turning off. Anyway, yeah. So okay, that really just threw me off. But so I was chilling, chilling with my daughter, but like I was really going through it that first week. Like my head was hurting, my voice was gone. Like I was like, you can barely hear what I was saying. Mama, sister, family was checking up on me, make sure I was good. My sister and my mom ended up coming and bring me stuff. They bring it outside so I can, with a little mask on, come downstairs and get it. While can't get close to them. I just felt so horrible. Like, oh my gosh, I can't even hug my own mama. This is ridiculous. But I lost my taste and my smell for like half a day because I came back the next day. I was like, oh, thank goodness, because I like food. But it was kind of hard. I mean, maybe it didn't hit me as hard because I'm fully vaccinated, so I'm kind of glad about that. Because, Lord knows, if I wasn't vaccinated, I probably wouldn't really, really going through it. But, so, okay. So that next, let's see. I went back to work 10 days after that, but I told them before I even went in, I was like, I still feel symptoms, like my head is still hurting, I'm still coughing. They were telling me, oh, since you have a negative test, because I tested the day before I went back to work. They're like, oh, so you have a negative test, you can come in. Cool. So I go into work. My head's still hurting. I'm coughing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be here, but I tested negative, so whatever. So about 4 hours into my shift, HR calls me back into the office, like, I didn't really read the policy, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much, you have to have 2 negative tests to come back if you're still showing symptoms, so you're going to have to go home. I'm like, so you're telling me I could have, I could have tested that Thursday and would have had a test then instead of coming all the way to work, so I just wasted gas coming to work and I have to go pick my child up. So I left, got my child, whatever. So I went and got tested that Saturday, which was what's today? Am I in the 15th? Yeah, 15th. No. Yeah, 15th, sorry, 15th. I went and got tested again. And I was like, it's going to come back negative, whatever. I'm going back to work Monday. So my test results come back in that Sunday. And I'm like, okay, let me see how they're looking. And it says detected. And I'm like, can I be in? Did I just catch this shit again? I just got over the shit. Did I just catch this shit again? So I was like, oh my gosh, well, let my job know. Like, I just tested negative. I just tested positive again. Oh my gosh. So I'm like, oh my gosh, let me get my doctor tested again. So I went and got her tested again. She came back negative. Glad about that. This whole time she was negative. I thank God for that, because both of us sick would have been hell. But it was weird. Maybe the time I got tested before I went to work, maybe that was a false negative, I'm assuming. Because that was weird how I came back negative and then turned around and came back positive that Saturday when I got tested that Monday. Yeah, that Monday I tested negative. Went to work that Thursday and left and they made me go home, and I tested it Saturday and tested positive. I don't know how that happened. I seriously don't, but I guess it is what it is. Now, I went back. I'm finally back at work now. I got my 2 little negative tests because I had to stay home for like another week. Looked like I paid for it, because I was like, look here, I'm gonna have to come to work, y'all. We all gonna have COVID in this bitch, because I got bills to pay, and y'all, yeah. So back at work now. I'm still coughing, but I feel 100% better. My head isn't hurting like it was. My throat isn't hurting. Just got a little mucus, still spitting up mucus. That's about it. But yeah, so I should have known I was gonna maybe test back positive, because the doctor did tell me, don't test again because you're gonna come back positive for the next 90 days. And I'm like, okay, whatever, So I'm gonna get this out the way. And I guess I should listen to him. But, I couldn't go back to work until I had a negative result. So, they weren't going to pay me for them whole 90 days. I'm pretty sure they were not. Shoot. But other than that, I've been doing pretty good. Taking my vitamins, still taking medicine. I've been taking NyQuil. Actually, yeah, because Mucinex wasn't really helping in a way. NyQuil, to me, was actually helping me. People are probably different, because, they don't give you anything for COVID, because you can't take anything. You can take whatever you want, but, nothing's going to help. I was taking all kind of medicine for my headache, and nothing would help for it. Except for NyQuil. NyQuil was actually doing something. I don't know how, but, It was helping me. And I'm glad. So I ain't complaining. Other than that, you know, y'all can comment down below how y'all New Year's was, how y'all bring the New Year in, because I bring the New Year in with COVID. But yeah, y'all ain't seen me since what, November? I've been going through it. Been stressed out and going through it. Maybe I want to stop this video right here or something. But y'all can comment down below how y'all been, you know, and other stuff. Also, y'all can comment down below if y'all want to see something different from me, pranks or something. I mean, I don't know if I can do pranks or not. Maybe mukbangs or more vlogs or whatever. But y'all let me know what y'all want to see. And we need to get, you know, my channel to 1K or... Because we're close to 100, which is good, you know. Well, how about we start at 100? Give me to 100 subscribers. Woo-hoo-hoo. And then after that, we can, you know, get me up to 1K. I'm thank you for everybody who's supporting now. I appreciate y'all, you know. Like, comment, and share. But I'm going to end this video right here because it's like 1 in the morning and I have to work tomorrow. And I'm going to be super tired, so... And my child's still asleep. Thank goodness. But, you know, if you guys made it all the way through this video, thank you guys for watching. And you subscribe to me. And, you know, I'll see y'all later. Woo!